Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. Whap! Let's get to the news. It started as a whisper in the back corners of Scottish pubs and football forums, a rumour that sounded too wild to be true. Callum Wilson, the proven Premier League goal machine, could be heading north to join Rangers. At first, fans brushed it off as just another transfer window fantasy, the kind of late-night talk that spreads faster than wildfire but fades by morning. But then the whispers turned into murmurs, the murmurs into headlines, and suddenly the blue half of Glasgow was buzzing. Imagine it, Callum Wilson, a striker who's bullied Premier League defences for years, stepping out at an Ibrox in front of 50,000 roaring fans. It's the sort of move that feels like a statement of intent, the kind that says Rangers are done settling for domestic dominance and are now setting their sights on Europe once again. Wilson's name alone brings gravitas, experience, and that ruthless edge every team dreams of having up front. The question now isn't whether Rangers want him, it's whether the man himself feels ready to trade the intensity of the English top flight for the electric passion of Scottish football. And that, my friends, is where the story starts to get spicy. There's a real sense that this potential move isn't just about football, it's about identity, ambition, and a little bit of redemption. Callum Wilson has always been that player who defied the odds, rising from the lower leagues to the glitz of the Premier League, representing England and proving that hard work pays off. But at 33, with a career full of battles, both physical and mental, maybe he's looking for something more, something deeper. Joining Rangers isn't just signing for another club, it's stepping into a cauldron of expectation where every goal, every touch, every miss echoes through the stands. The passion in Glasgow is unlike anything down south. The fans don't just support, they live it, breathe it, bleed it. And Wilson, with his grit and neuro and natural hunger, might just be the perfect fit. This isn't a move for the faint-hearted. It's for someone who craves legacy, who wants to be remembered not just as a good striker, but as a legend who crossed borders to light up Ibrox with fire and fury. Behind the scenes, though, the story has layers. Word is that Rangers board has been quietly working on ways to elevate the squad, and Wilson's name has been floating around for weeks. Sources close to the club suggest that conversations were held between intermediaries, testing the waters and feeling out whether the move could make sense financially and competitively. The timing is intriguing, with European campaigns demanding more experience and composure up front. A proven scorer like Wilson could be the missing piece. And let's be honest, in the world of football, timing is everything. Newcastle might be ready to reshape their attack, opening the door for a new chapter elsewhere. For Rangers, it's not just about signing a striker, it's about making a statement to Celtic, to the rest of Scotland, and to Europe. Bringing in someone of Wilson's caliber would say loud and clear that Rangers mean business and are ready to reclaim the spotlight on all fronts. If the deal happens, it won't be quiet. It'll shake the walls of Ibrox. Fans online are already losing their minds. Social media is flooded with mock-ups of Wilson in the famous royal blue shirt, holding up the number 9, smiling under the Ibrox floodlights. Some are calling it fantasy football, others are calling it destiny. He's exactly what we've been missing, wrote one fan. A striker who knows how to find the net with his eyes closed. The debates rage on. Can he handle the physicality of Scottish football, the relentless press, the winter pitches that seem to bite at your ankles? But if there's one thing we know about Callum Wilson, it's that he never backs down from a challenge. Every step of his career has been about proving doubters wrong. From the Championship to the Premier League, from injuries to comebacks, Wilson has built his reputation on resilience, and in many ways, that's what Rangers are about too. Rising, fighting, refusing to stay down. It's like two stories intertwining at just the right time, but beyond the noise, there's a tactical brilliance to this potential move that can't be ignored. Wilson's movement off the ball, his knack for timing, runs between defenders, and his calmness under pressure could transform Rangers' attacking dynamic. Imagine him linking up with Todd Cantwell, feeding off the creativity from midfield, turning half chances into goals. Rangers have often lacked that killer instinct in crucial European nights. The one moment of magic that separates glory from heartbreak. Wilson brings that edge. His experience in high-pressure matches, his instinct in the box, and his composure could be the difference maker. The Scottish Premiership may not offer the same glamour as the Premier League, but it offers something Wilson might crave more: the chance to be a hero, to carry a club on his back, to be the man fans sing about for generations. At this stage in his career, that kind of immortality might just mean more than money or medals, and let's not pretend the rivalry factor doesn't add extra spice. The thought of Wilson scoring in an old firm derby sends shivers through fans on both sides of Glasgow. Imagine the noise, the tension, the absolute chaos if he were to bag a winner against Celtic. It's the kind of moment that cements legends in Scottish football folklore. Rangers supporters are already dreaming, picturing Wilson wheeling away, fists pumping, blue smoke swirling around Ibrox. For Celtic fans, the idea alone is unsettling. Another powerful weapon in the enemy's arsenal. That's what makes this story so compelling. It's not just a transfer rumor, it's a potential shift in power, an emotional roller coaster that has everyone talking. Whether it happens or not, it's got the entire football community buzzing, and that's the beauty of it. The possibility alone is enough to light up conversations from Glasgow to Newcastle and beyond. If you listen closely to the chatter in football circles, the signs are there. Callum Wilson's camp isn't ruling anything out. The whispers from inside St. James Park suggest he's open to a new challenge, something that reignites his fire after years of battling it out in the most demanding league in the world. Injuries have tested him, but his hunger never dimmed. Now, the idea of leading the line for a giant like Rangers might just be the spark he's been waiting for. Imagine him walking through those marble halls at Ibrox, greeted by the echoes of history, the banners, the legends, the expectation. It's enough to stir something deep inside any footballer. For Wilson, this could be a chance to write a final, glorious chapter. He's been the dependable finisher, the workhorse, the quiet professional, but at Rangers, he could become the icon, the name fans chant under the lights every Saturday. It's not just a transfer, it's a rebirth, the chance to become part of something that transcends football itself. Financially, the deal would take some serious structuring. Rangers aren't the cash-rich giants of the Premier League, but they have ambition, strategy, and an understanding of what star power can bring both on and off the pitch. Shirt sales, sponsorship buzz, media coverage. Callum Wilson's arrival would send the club's profile skyrocketing. It's the kind of move that turns heads internationally, reigniting the conversation around Scottish football's global pull, the board knows it too. Bringing in someone of Wilson's experience sends a message not only to fans, but to future recruits. Rangers are serious about climbing back to the top of European football, and let's not forget, Wilson's professionalism and leadership could be invaluable to the younger lads in the squad. His journey, his resilience, and his mentality could lift the entire dressing room. Every great team needs a figure who sets the standard, and Wilson might just be that man. From a footballing perspective, the fit is almost poetic. Wilson's style is built for the kind of high-tempo, aggressive football that Rangers thrive on. He's direct, but intelligent, physical, yet clinical, always a step ahead of defenders. With the creativity surrounding him, he'd have no shortage of service. The Scottish game, often dismissed by outsiders, offers a unique rhythm, raw, passionate, unpredictable. Wilson's ability to adapt, to find space in chaos, would make him a nightmare for opposing defences. Picture him in those tight matches at Tynecastle or Pittodrie, grinding out goals when the game gets ugly. That's the stuff champions are made of. And for a striker who's seen it all, the highs of international football, the lows of long-term injuries, there's something beautifully fitting about finishing his career in a league that thrives on emotion and grit. It's football in its purest form, and Wilson might just fall in love with that. Fans are already debating what shirt number he'd wear. Some say he'd take the iconic 9, stepping into a legacy built by legends like Ali McCoist and Chris Boyd. Others argue he should forge his own identity, carve a new path, and start fresh. Either way, the anticipation is infectious. Every passing day brings a new clue, a liked tweet, a cryptic Instagram story, a journalist's hint. The excitement is real, the speculation endless. It's like a transfer saga straight out of a movie script. And that's what makes football so beautiful. One rumor, one spark, and suddenly a fan base dares to dream again. Whether it's realistic or not almost doesn't matter. The idea of Callum Wilson in blue has captured imaginations, and until something concrete happens, those dreams will keep growing. It's the kind of energy that fuels the game, the very heartbeat of football fandom. Behind closed doors, though, it's not all smooth sailing. There are questions about fitness, adaptation, and whether Wilson's body can handle the intensity of the Scottish calendar, the cold nights, the relentless fixtures, the demanding fans. It's a whole new challenge, but maybe that's exactly what drives him. Wilson has always thrived under pressure, proving people wrong time and again. If anyone can silence critics, it's him. For Rangers, it's a gamble worth taking. The rewards could be immense: goals, leadership, experience, and inspiration. Even if the deal doesn't materialize, just the conversation has reignited belief, passion, and excitement among the fans. Football isn't just about contracts and stats, it's about hope. And right now, Callum Wilson is the embodiment of that. He represents the idea that big dreams are still possible, even in a world dominated by billion-pound clubs. And so the rumor continues to grow, breathing life into this transfer window like few others. Callum Wilson to Rangers. It sounds like fantasy, but it feels like fate. Maybe it's just talk. Maybe it's destiny knocking on the door of Ibrox. Either way, the story has already taken on a life of its own. The fans are dreaming, the pundits are debating, and somewhere perhaps Wilson himself is thinking about what it would be like to stand on that pitch, wearing blue, feeling the thunder of 50,000 voices behind him. Because in football, magic happens when belief meets opportunity. And right now, in the heart of Glasgow, belief is burning brighter than ever. Whether this move becomes reality or remains a legend of the rumour mill, One thing's for sure, Callum Wilson's name will echo through Scottish football long after the window closes. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans, and if this move truly comes to life, it could mark a turning point, not only for Rangers, but for the entire landscape of Scottish football. Imagine the message it sends to the rest of the league, that Scotland is once again capable of attracting proven Premier League stars in their prime. It reignites that golden era when global names weren't afraid to test themselves north of the border, when Ibrox and Celtic Park were magnets for ambition and drama. Wilson's arrival could trigger a domino effect, encouraging others to follow, restoring a bit of that old glamour. For Rangers, it's about more than just goals. It's about respect, about showing that Scottish football still carries the heartbeat of passion and quality. And with Wilson's experience, you could see the younger talents at the club lift their levels too, feeding off his energy, his professionalism, his hunger to keep achieving. He'd bring not just goals, but belief, that priceless ingredient that turns good teams into great ones. Of course, every fairy tale has its challenges, and this one's no different. The move would demand sacrifice, adaptation, and patience from both sides. For Wilson, it's leaving behind the comfort of the Premier League spotlight for the raw intensity of the Scottish game, where pressure doesn't come from money, but from emotion. Every missed chance becomes a headline, every poor touch a debate on talk shows and terraces alike. But that's also what makes it special, the purity of it all. There's no hiding, no half measures. It's full commitment or nothing. And maybe deep down, that's what Wilson craves at this stage of his career. Not more fame, but more fire. For Rangers, the risk is financial and tactical, but if anyone can repay faith with goals, it's Callum Wilson. His finishing, his movement, his intelligence, all of it could make the difference between another solid season and a truly historic one. So as we wait for official word, the air around Ibrox feels charged, alive with that sense of anticipation that only football can create. Reporters are camping outside the training ground, fans refreshing Twitter every few minutes, and the Blue Faithful are daring to dream louder with each passing day. It's not confirmed, not yet, but sometimes the rumors themselves become part of the legend, whether Wilson signs or not. His name is now intertwined with Rangers' story this season, and that alone says something powerful. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.